Hello traders, Gary Wagner with WFGForex.com, your daily market update for Forex Gold. It is Monday, the 24th day of May, and this is the daily report. Forex Gold is currently trading higher this morning, trading at 1193.18. I will talk to you today about the pattern which I saw yesterday, which caused me to issue a special report and actually issue the buy signal. Traders who did enter that trade could be in anywhere between 1185, 1187. Protective stop should be maintained at 1164. I'm also going to be talking to you about the euro dollar as it's spread against gold, as I have positions in both on our demo account. And I'm going to show you just the difference in terms of the returns that we're seeing in both of those spreads. We talked about this on Thursday or Friday, I believe, and in fact, I drew in a pattern that turned out to be extremely similar to the one that we're looking at right in here. This is a variation, or what I'm going to call a three-river morning star after a defined downtrend. You get a black candle, which is right here. You get a star that gaps below it. And then you get a red or an empty body. Sometimes we call that a white candle here. These three candles in here are known as a three-river morning star. Typically, once you get this type of a pattern in true candlestick methodology, what you want to look for is what's called a confirming candle. As you can see, I've drawn in that confirming candle. That would be the following day, you get a red candle with a higher high and a higher low. However, we had a couple other indicators which caused me to kind of take this call a little bit early. First, as we talked about with our Fibonacci retracement, and I'll put that up in a second, it seemed to line up very, very nicely at that 50% level. The second thing is, as we were looking at this being a corrective wave on our Elliott wave count 4, I felt that we had kind of the, let's call it the stars coming into alignment, but we had our Elliott wave count that typically will run out of steam at 38%. This one went to 50%. We were at 50% in our Fibonacci retracement, and we had this doji-like candle right in here. My feeling was that we had a decent trade on our hands, and therefore I did actually go ahead and issue the buy signal. Now, as you can see, I've gone ahead and I've put up our Fibonacci numbers. You can see that we did hit this 50% right on this low. This was that low at 1166, and that was one of the indications that caused me to actually take the call itself. However, traders, I do need to caution us on the following, and that is that sometimes in Elliott wave, we will get a kind of a zigzag on this last wave 4 up, meaning that it will trade higher, find some sort of resistance at this 23% level, at a Fibonacci level, trade back down, and then move higher if we are truly going into wave 5. Now, it is a little bit early for me to actually label this as wave 5. I do need to see how it reacts and how it trades over the next couple of days, and definitely over this week. Now, traders, I've gone ahead and I've put up our gold as it's spread against the euro dollar, and I want you to notice something interesting. We did enter in the trade in our demo account, so I can plot the difference. We're going to be making a recommendation on the euro dollar towards the end of this particular report. But we also got, as you can see, this three-river morning star formation. And I find that very, very interesting. The other thing that I do like about this trade right now, in terms of a support and resistance level, is if I go off of these two tops here, you notice that we are currently looking at a marketplace that is just at what I'm going to call tentative resistance. And of course, that's only based upon these two tops here and then extended over. But I can tell you at the same time, we have very little data as we're going into these historical and all-time highs to plot resistance and support levels against. The fact that it did come down allowed us to actually find an area in which I could plot a resistance line. Finally, traders, what we're looking at is our euro dollar as it's spread against US gold. That is this chart over here. And US dollar is its spread against gold. And then what you can see is based on a entry level of 50 ounces each, you can see that the US dollar, in terms of the rate we got in, 1183.70, and our euro dollar purchased at the same time, 946.43, is trading at about 2-to-1, euro dollar exceeding the US dollar spread. Now, will that continue? That has been the trend that we have witnessed, and it's also been an indication as the euro dollar comes under pressure. So traders, and aggressive traders only, you can go ahead and add 1/2 your position on the US dollar gold and go long the euro dollar gold. In terms of stop placements, I've put them up on the board. 1164 protective stop. That's going to be on the US dollar as it's spread against gold. And then on the euro dollar, 924, as you can see that stop right in here below this low here, 924, on a protective stop on the euro dollar as it's spread against gold. This has been Gary Wagner with WFGForex.com, your daily market update for Forex Gold. As always, traders, I'm wishing you good trading. Bye-bye. We'll talk to you tomorrow.